Hello and welcome to Hockey101 special All-Star weekend. Now there's been a few complaints about it being down. It's just because the camera has been down and we couldn't film, but we're back now from the All-Star game. Now earlier this morning in the GMT time and yesterday in America, there was the fantasy draft picks where Nicholas Lidstrom and Martin St. Louis and Patrick Kane chose players, and Team Star were Eric Starr, Ryan Kessler and Mike Green chose players. Now the first round, obviously for Team Lidstrom, who picked Steve Stamkos of the Tampa Bay Lightning, but it was a bit of a change for Team Star as Eric Starr chose goaltender Cam Ward. They are big friends, but you've got to put players before friends. Then the next round was round 2, and the Washington fans were loud singing Ovi, and that's exactly what Team Star picked. Alexander Ovechkin's the second draft pick. And then for Team Lidstrom, they went with a defenseman. And what defenseman's better than Duncan Keith? Well, in round 3 was a big Swede round because Eric Stahl and his two alternates chose Daniel Sedin off of the Vancouver Canucks, and Nicholas Lidstrom and his alternates chose Henrik Sedin of the Vancouver Canucks. That's going to be a battle to watch. And then in round 4, like I said earlier, which defenseman's better than Duncan Keith? And it has been proven. Team Star picked Zdeno Chara, and Team Lidstrom picked Shea Weber of the Nashville Predators. So now they have the key defensive line for Team Canada in the Olympics. And then in round 5, Team Star picked Rick Nash and Team Lidstrom picked Tim Thomas, the goaltender from the Boston Bruins. And then in the next round, round 6, after Eric Starr's brother Mark Starr had made a complaint that he wasn't picked first, just to rub it in a bit, Eric Starr said from the New York Rangers, said Henrik Lundqvist. And then Team Lidstrom picked Danny Briere of the Philadelphia Flyers. But then after that, Eric Starr picked family first, and he did pick his brother Mark Starr of the New York Rangers. And straight after that, Team Lidstrom got the big man Dustin Buffaligan. And then in round 8, Team Star picked Patrick Sharp, and Team Lidstrom, finally, Jonathan Toews was picked. So two Chicago players there in round 8. And then in round 9, it was Team Star for Dan Boyle from the San Jose Sharks, and Team Lidstrom Marc-Andre Fleury, the goaltender from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Then in round 10, Team Star went for a goaltender, in their third and final goaltender, and so did Team Lidstrom, picking Jonas Hiller of the Anaheim Ducks, and Team Star did pick, of course, Carey Price of the Montreal Canadiens. And then, later at round 11, Team Star picked 18-year-old Jeff Skinner, who's having a hell of a season so far with the Carolina Hurricanes, and Nicholas Lidstrom chose Brad Richards from the Dallas Stars. Then in round 12, Eric Starr picked big man in the D from Pittsburgh Penguins, Chris Letang, and Nick Lidstrom from the Phoenix Coyotes picked Keith Yandel. Then they took a break, and when they got back, Eric Stahl was keen to choose Philly player Claude Giroux, and Team Lidstrom picked Brent Burns of the Minnesota Wild. Then in round 14, Team Stahl picked Erik Karlsson of the Ottawa Senators, and Team Lidstrom picked Martin Havlat of the Minnesota Wild. Then Eric Stahl picked Corey Perry of the Anaheim Ducks, and Nick Lidstrom picked Anze Kopitar of the LA Kings, who's been a key factor in their performance this season. And then the round later, round 16, Eric Stahl got the Czech Patrick Eliáš from the New Jersey Devils, who have been having an awful season so far. And Nick Lidstrom chose Matt Duchene of the Colorado Avalanche. Then it was only David Bax, Louis Eriksson, Paul Stansky, and Phil Kessel left. The next player picked in round 17 was David Bax by Eric Stahl. David Bax from the St. Louis Blues. And then Team Nick Lidstrom chose Louis Eriksson from the Dallas Stars. Left it down to Paul Stansky and Phil Kessel. And it was to be that Eric Stahl did pick Paul Stansky because of a remark about Toronto's hockey. And Nick Lidstrom chose Phil Kessel from the Toronto Maple Leafs as last pick, and he got a bit of a treat because he got a free car and he got £20,000 to give to charity. That was the draft pick, and the fantasy skills and the all-star skills will be today, but the players who will be in it have not yet been picked by the captains. Hockey 101 out.